we're seeing, and we're actually seeing less of, unfortunately. So this is the Roberta's. It's a 3-piece native butterfly Asclepias live plant. You get all 3. And never, ever, ever have they been $19.98.
I know
Well, it's a today only price, so the price does go up at the end of the day today. We do have free shipping and handling, and this allows you to be a part of one of the most important movements, not just in gardening, but really in agriculture, in nature. And if you've got kids and grandkids alone, they will absolutely love this. It's M132051 to start placing your orders. I teased Stephanie that it's $19.98 and it feels like it's $19.98 to be able to bring you all 3 plants for under $20 and ship to you for free. So Stephanie Wallin is joining us. She's part of the Roberta's family, literally grown up in the weeds.
I did. I grew up in the dirt. That's
part of the family.
That's absolutely right.
So tell us what Asclepias is, and then you guys do it a little differently too.
Absolutely right. So Asclepias is, as you said in the preview earlier, Allie, this is the only food source in the entire world that the monarch butterfly caterpillars will eat. And so we all know that, you know, before we get the butterflies, excuse me, they start as a caterpillar.
Yeah.
And for various reasons, whether it be the sprays that we're using in the fields now, all of the construction that's taking down all of our, you know, our green spaces, there's just not enough of the native wild Asclepias for the monarch butterflies. And as a result, unfortunately, their population has decreased upwards of 95% in just 2 decades. So, you know, let that sink in. It's a really sad, it's a sad reality, but thanks to you at home, those who like to garden, those who just have container gardens, we can do our part by planting this hybridized Asclepias that's beautiful. I mean, look at this bright princess pink color.
Well, 400 of you have already spoken for. So 400 of you have already checked out of your cart.
Fantastic.
And already this season, that's now $8,000. Now this price is just for today. So those other 8,000-ish, they spent the QVC price of around $33 or so. We haven't done it for $19.98. So this is the perfect time to try, whether you come back. I know plant in your garden, you say you can't get enough of.
I plant it every year. I add more and more to my garden.
Well, and part of that's because usually like the milkweed, it's like really long and leggy. It's not so pretty. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that native Asclepias that the monarchs are used to having eaten, it's not pretty for us to grow. So we call this the butterfly bouquet Asclepias because it really is gorgeous. You are getting 3 vibrant colors. Here you see the hello yellow. We were looking at that princess
like
pink.
The name.
Yeah, me too. The princess pink and then that Apollo orange.
Pretty.
And like Allie said, you know, at this value, this is the first time.
Yeah.
If this is your first time, what a best opportunity to pick it up.
It's like a living, breathing science experiment, but you're actually helping nature, which is so fun. So here's the deal. We're going to talk about where else to plant it. It's under $20. Be sure you're getting it. So you can do containers.
Absolutely. You know, this is the one plant that I will say every garden should and can grow.
Yeah.
Even if you are just container gardening. I mean, we have it here in our party planters. These plants are only going to grow about 2.5 to 3 feet tall and wide. So what's really special is here you see the monarch, and she is enjoying the nectar from the flowers. All of our pollinators will come and feast from the flowers, but it is the leaves that are so important, Allie, and that is why you're growing. So when the monarchs find your plants, they're going to lay their eggs on the underside of the foliage. Once those eggs hatch into the caterpillar, you're going to start seeing, I showed you that video at my house.
You had like a caterpillar party.
I really
did.
did.
5 or 6 on like just
one little plant.
Within a few inches of each other.
Exactly.
It's like the book I used to read my kids. The
Everybody
Very
knows
Hungry
it.
Caterpillar.
Everybody knows it.
There's a
That's
reason why that caterpillar has to eat so much.
Yep.
So let's make sure it can find the right food to grow, to want to multiply, and this is how you do it. It's under $20. When my daughter was in kindergarten, they learned like the stages of the caterpillar.
I love it.
And they did the caterpillar like experiment in class.
Yeah, totally.
We looked to get one of those little growing sets or whatever, and like little cages in our house for them to do it at home, my kids. It was like $60.
I know, it's
so
crazy.
Silly, right? And that was for one.
That's for one caterpillar.
This is now in the most like natural way in your own garden, whether it's in your garden beds or containers. So under $20, and they're shipping to you for free. This is the transformation.
Exactly. So that's the caterpillar. When you see them, leave them be, and they will eat their hearts out. Like Allie said, they want to get nice and full, and then they're going to emerge into that chrysalis, or excuse me, go into the chrysalis, and then emerge the caterpillar or the butterfly. And here we're going to watch the video
1,200 now spoken for. You get to have this to watch in your own backyard.
I was going to tell you. So Sandra didn't buy the kit. She just did it inside her own home.
Oh, that's
I think
awesome.
they used like a little terrarium that they found, and they brought the caterpillars in. they fed them, and they got to watch the whole A to
Yeah.
Z transformation.
Oh, that's amazing. If you've ever seen a caterpillar open, I saw it once, and it is the most mesmerizing
Yes,
process.
it really
it's,
is.
It's really slow and like just beautiful and magical.
Yep.
You know, in a world where we live in, listen, today for our Today's Special Value, we're talking about this like best and latest and greatest technology that we've never done in an Energizer solar light, which is true and it's really cool. But this is almost the best of what Mother Nature does. And if we don't provide and make sure that the same plant is growing the food, the Asclepias for the monarch butterfly, we don't get to see that happen as often. And that's why we're seeing such a decline.
That's right.
This is the most important plant for you in your garden. I would ship this to somebody that you love. If you've got people that love gardening, or it could be your adult kids that have younger kids in the house.
Totally.
And you want to expose them to the joy and the beauty of getting out in the garden, this is the way to do it. The kids will put down the screens because this is going to be a lot more mesmerizing.
Even if you don't have kids or little ones, you can feel
enjoy
like a
it.
kid growing this.
Completely.
Honestly, my wife and I, we would go out every morning with our coffee to find our new caterpillar friends. And at one time we had 85, and it was the proudest moment of my life. It was so spectacular.
Start making bets on
Exactly,
how many,
how many more we're gonna have.
Right?
I love that.
Okay, so just today in our presentation, how many? About 2,000 now spoken for. Now, that brings us to close to 10,000 for this season. Today is the first day. They're $19.98. Today's the first day you get that under $20 price point. Many of you are grabbing more than one. So with that in mind, Steph, this is how they arrive.
That's right.
We talked about container plants, but where else can I plant them, and what can I
Absolutely.
expect?
Yeah, so this is one of your three. So you are getting all three of these beautiful colors that we were seeing earlier. The one thing that you want to make sure you do is give your Asclepias a lot of sun. So they love the hot, bright sun. All day is best. And then if I can recommend one other thing to add to your cart is our brand new time-release plant food. So this is what I use on all of my long-lived perennials, which this Asclepias is.
Okay.
All you're going to do is take a little handful and sprinkle it at the base of your plants when you get them in your containers or in the ground. And that just makes sure that they're well-fed all season long.
Yeah, if you want it to be food for the monarch
Exactly.
butterflies,
Give it a little food
you
itself.
have to also give it
That's
a
right.
little boost
Yes.
as well. Today's the only day you can get it at this price. $19.98. You can't go to brunch for $19.98.
No, you can't.
You can't get 3 Asclepias at most garden stores for that kind of price, which
That's right.
is why you come to us at QVC. And Roberta's has been with us for nearly 3 decades. They bring us the best of the best. And it's almost like your hand-picked gardener when you shop with Roberta's.
Yeah.
We get the best of the bunch every single time. M132051. And imagine the magic and the joy of not just saying, oh, I saw a monarch butterfly this summer, but think about seeing 8, 7,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So I had those 85 caterpillars, and you know, they don't all
crazy.
go into their chrysalis at my home, but we did count 17 chrysalis. So then, you know, we had 17 monarchs, and my phone is just filled with photos and videos that I sent to everybody because it is one of the most special stories to share with people. If you have kids like Allie, if you have nieces, nephews, you know, consider picking up a collection for yourself and then send another collection. This is the best value to try this plant out, and I promise you, it is going to be so fun for you to grow. The monarchs will find your gardens.
It brings so much joy to whoever sees it, for you, for your family, but it also is so important
It is.
in your garden. If you have a place where you can put a potted plant, even if you can't put it in your garden beds, but you could do a container on your patio, please do it. Anybody can grow these. They're $19.98. They're going to ship to you for free. You get all 3 colors. Hello Yellow, the Apollo Orange,
Good memory.
Princess Pink.
Yep, that's right.
Well, they're fun names.
They are fun. I like them too.
So put it in your cart and check out. It's been over 10,000 just this season gone, and it hasn't been under $20. Brand new today as well. Hey, if you did want to plant these in some planters, check this out. We've got this set of 2 whiskey